Hello, and welcome back to everybody on the Football Zone and to a review of the Champions League action from this week and a preview of what's coming up this week. And starting off with Lens 2, Arsenal 1 in the Champions League. Arsenal took an OD through Gabriel Jesus, but Tom Arson and Wahi in the second half gave Lens the win. And yeah, I think Arsenal will be wondering how they lost this, because really they were the best team here, should have gone and got stuff. And yeah, despite a good opening round in the Champions League, you feel like this could really damage their chances of potentially going through. So they'll be absolutely gutted. That one team whose Champions League hopes look really struggling now are Manchester United. They took a lead through Højlund, but 6 minutes later Wolf Saha made it 1-1. They then had a goal disallowed through Højlund, but here he made it 2-1. Casemiro that got sent off. Icardi missed the penalty but scored late after that, after Galatasaray equalised. And yeah, for Galatasaray, what a great result for them. Casemiro, it seems like he's got sent off for United a lot, and yeah, that could be costing them a lot. And yeah, I think they really are in an uphill struggle to qualify now. It felt like a must-win game, and yeah, their problems go on. But moving on then to RB Leipzig 1, Man City 3. Phil Foden in the 25th minute giving City the lead before Leipzig equalised just after half-time. But two late goals, one from Alvarez, one from Doku, gave Man City the 3-1 win. And yeah, dominant performance from City here. Yeah, I think really kind of just showing their class and quality. And they're now in a I think they already were going to be in a strong position to qualify, but even more so now. And yeah, bouncing back from a loss in midweek, they'll be very, very pleased with that. But the big story kind of the Champions League group stage was Newcastle demolishing PSG 4-1. Almiron, Byrne and Longstaff made it 3-0. Those guys scoring against PSG. Wow. And then Hernandez made it 3-1. Maybe setting up a nervy ending, but no. In stoppage time, it was Shah who made it 4-1. And yeah, when you look at the stats, there wasn't a lot between it, but Newcastle were clinical. They wanted it more, etc, etc. So much praise for them. And yeah, they'll be absolutely delighted with that. What an unbelievable performance. Eddie Howe and his men keep marching on. Yeah, what more can you say? Just so impressive. And finally then, looking back at the Premier League result from midweek, a massive win for Burnley, 2-1 win at Luton. They took the lead just before half-time from Foster, but then it was Elijah Adebayo in the 85th minute with the equaliser. But a minute after that, it was Larson who got the winner for Burnley. And yeah, tight game, and I think Luton will be very disappointed that they didn't at least get something from this game. Yeah, I think they really should have been hoping for that, and I think they probably deserved it. For Burnley though, it's a massive win, and hopefully for their sake now they can really kick on, because it's been a tough start to the season for them. But moving on then to the games coming up this week, and starting off with Luton against Tottenham. Tough game for Luton as they look to bounce back from that one. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't get much tougher than Tottenham, does it? With the way they're performing under Ange Postecoglou, and I think Tottenham will really go there fancying their chances. For Luton, I think if they could just get in their faces, cause some problems. It's an unpleasant place for players, Son, etc. Probably haven't experienced grounds like this very often. So yeah, I'm going to say Spurs will get the win, but who knows if Luton can make it comfortable for them. But moving on into Manchester United against Brentford at Old Trafford, and yeah, this is a big game for Manchester United. You feel they really need to get a result here against the Brentford side, who have been struggling quite a bit recently. But yeah, I think Brentford probably will see themselves as an opportunity going themselves. We've seen the likes of Palace go to Old Trafford and get a result. So I think, they'll be feeling there's no reason why they can't do that. So yeah, that will breed confidence in the group, you feel like. But yeah, I think United still will have too much for them. I'm going to say 2-0. Moving on into Fulham as they take on Sheffield United at Craven Cottage. And yeah, Fulham coming into this one, I would say doing relatively well at the moment. Taking on Sheffield United side, who are struggling a lot more than them. I think that's fair to say. So yeah, they're going into this one kind of knowing that they need to be picking up a good result from this. Fulham's a tough game, but I think it's a game which I think they will be targeting to at least get something out of at least. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But I can see Fulham having enough to get the win here. I think I'm going to say it'll be tight, but I'm going to say 2-1. But moving on into Everton as they take on Bournemouth, and yeah, we've seen Everton struggling a bit recently. That lost to Luton last time out, and yeah, that sort of a result where it can really lead to a really poor downward spiral if they weren't on that enough already. But I think they've got the perfect chance to kind of put it right against Bournemouth, who have kind of been struggling under new management. I'd say the management change kind of hasn't really worked as of yet, at least. So yeah, they'll be looking to turn it around here. But yeah, it's a hard one to call. It's one that you feel could go either way. But I think Everton need to win at home. I'm going to say they're going to 2-1. Moving on into Burnley as they take on Chelsea at Turf Moor. And yeah, Burnley coming into this one. I would say that win last time out against Luton could be so big for them, could really be the spiral against the Chelsea team. Hopefully the Fulham game is also kickstarted for them, so it's about what team can really build momentum there. You look at the squads, Chelsea, definitely the stronger team on paper, but Burnley have that spirit, fighting spirit, Turf Moor, home advantage, but I still think, Chelsea will just have too much for them. I'm going to say 2-0. Moving on then to Palace as they take on Forest at Selhurst Park, and Palace coming into this one, I think, they'll be feeling confident result. Forest, we know what we're going to get from them. I think both of these sides, I can't really see them being in danger of relegation, but I think, both of these sides should be solid enough mid-table. But I think Palace, that squad, just has a little bit of an edge on Forest. I think playing at Selhurst Park at home as well, I'm going to say they'll be feeling confident going into this one. I'm going to say it'll be a 2-1 home win. Moving on into Wolves as they take on Aston Villa at Molineux. And Wolves... that win over Man City, I think it probably was a bit of a fluke, but when you get a game like that against Man City, manage to defeat them, I don't think you really care how it comes as long as you do it. It's an incredible result for them. Aston Villa, they've been ticking on quite nicely as well at the moment, so I think they'll be heading to this one feeling pretty damn confident, and it'll be an intriguing one going into this one. I'm going to say Villa though, away from home, I think they've just got slightly too much for Wolves, so I'm going to say 1-0. Moving on into Newcastle as they battle West Ham at the London Stadium, and this is a game I'm really looking forward to. Two teams who had a relatively evenly matched start to the season, I would say. West Ham probably pleased given where they were coming from last season, but I think it's a game where there's not too much between the two sides at the moment. I think that's testament to how much West Ham have done over the summer, but we've seen what Newcastle could do, so it's going to be an interesting one, but I'm going to say 1-1. Moving on into Brighton as they take on Liverpool at the Amex, and Brighton coming into this one, I mean they're on a iffy run at the moment, I think it's fair to say. 2 losses on the trot in all competitions before this. But Liverpool, obviously looking to undo the wrongs of what happened against Tottenham. And it's a tough one, but I think away from home, they're playing well at the moment. I'm going to back them to do it. And finally, the big game of the weekend. Arsenal taking on Man City at the Emirates, and this is such an interesting one. Man City maybe just having a bit of a blip with that Wolves defeat, etc., cashing out the Carabao Cup, but I don't know. Arsenal, I think they will see it as an opportunity with injuries to City, etc., that are possibly affecting them. So it's an intriguing one, but I don't know. Man City, we know how strong they are and how they can deliver it. I'm going to say it'll be a draw, but I could definitely see an Arsenal win here too. But anyway, guys, that's it really. Thanks very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. This looks like a daily football news and subscribe to the channel. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.